So, back to the Spoto Press. I said I was going to talk about it this video, and that's what I'm doing because that's my bench day today. That's the variation. And I was kind of doing it wrong, man. You're gonna see some footage it's embarrassing, but I really don't care. That's how you learn, by learning from your mistakes. And I knew I had a feeling I was doing this right, but I kind of knew I was doing it wrong because Mark Bell said he invented it because he saw Eric Spoto benching. The way Eric Spoto would bench was, his way of benching was just not going all the way down and kind of not locking out like a bodybuilder, because bodybuilders do it for a pump. They, like, not Spoto Press, but they bench for a pump, as in they don't lock out. They do it like that. A lot of or even less, they go like that. They do it more to get the blood flowing in that muscle, get a pump, because they're about aesthetics, not about strength. And he was doing it kind of like a mix of a bodybuilding and powerlifting, as in he would stop like an inch from his chest and he would kind of pump it out like a bodybuilder and not lock out so much. But he also has a way of doing it, as in like I'm big on this too, like he stops it right before an inch above his chest and he holds it, because that's way harder than letting it sit on your chest. That's a fact. So like, do a Spoto Press for a 5-second hold, 3-second hold, and do a bench, like a comp bench for a 3-second hold on your chest versus holding it an inch on top. That is way harder. An inch on top is way harder because it's you're holding it from coming down and touching your chest, because the bar wants to go down. If it's on your chest, it's already down, so it's 100% harder. It's not really about cheating. It's about, Eric Spoto was saying, if you keep it an inch above your chest and hold it, it's like, if I can hold this, I can hold anything on meet day, because it's way harder. Of course, you're not going to be doing Spoto presses on meet day. You're going to be touching your chest. But I do believe that logic on my own, and he says it. So if he says it, he really knows, because he invented it without even knowing he invented it. So a lot of people think they do Spoto presses, or like kind of just don't touch their chest, but they don't do it right. As in, they go about halfway, maybe like a quarter, 75, 3/4 of the way down, maybe even a little more than halfway down, like a little less than halfway. I meant to say like 45% down. Me, the way I was doing it, I'll show right now. I don't really mind. It was like 60% down, not 3/4 way down, but it was like 60%. So now I know to go lower, but like, I really thought I was going low. That's the thing. But I was seeing the video, I was like, that's not low. So stopping at about an inch at your chest is hard. It's harder. So I was gonna do 258 today for a 4x2, but that's not happening because I wasn't doing it right. Last week I did 253 for a 4x4, I think. So I thought, or 4x3. So I thought 4x2 would be easy with 258, but I'm doing a 250 now 4x2 because that's less than last week, because I'm gonna do it the right way. So here it is. I'll show some with lighter weight too. So this is the way I used to do it. This is like footage from like June-ish, like June 3rd. Not too long ago, and that's 253 for 4. All these are going to be 253 for 4. It's going to be 3 of them, and then another will be 253 just for 3. That's first set, third set, fourth set. No, first, second, fourth. I didn't record the third. And I thought I was going high. Yeah, that one was pretty high, you can see. And this is how I used to do it before versus now. And now that I look back at it, it didn't look so bad in my opinion, but if it were me now, after what I've learned, I'd go lower. To me, it is high, actually. I was looking at it, and I didn't think it was that high, like before, and now I do. And it is pretty high. Like, right? Yeah, it's high. I would for sure go way lower. I'd say, like, an inch off the chest is pretty much, like, 80% of the rep, because I was saying I'd go, like, 60% down. I don't know what I would do. It was, like, 60 to 70% tops. But this is also 253, but this is for 3. That one's lower, for sure. Still kind of high. I'd go lower because Eric Spoto, if you watch him do it, that one was a really good rep. The most perfect one that I've done. And this was a long time before I had comp plates. This is probably like 2 months ago, maybe 2.5. 225, really easy. I even paused them pretty long. Like, you can't tell, but they're pretty long. Longest pauses. And some I go lower than others because, I just forget how hard it is. But that one was good because it was light. The 225, we won't count that one. But this is me doing it now. After the 250 warm-up at the beginning of the video, see, that's pretty damn low. I just can't go fast because it's heavy for me. I would say that's way better than before. And that little difference of about an inch, that I go an inch lower and an inch off my chest, I know it sounds weird, but it makes a huge difference. If you watch him do it, he's almost touching his chest. So you could pretty much say that I'm going too high. They're still high, just lower than before. But a lot of people don't do them right, so I just wanted to make this, just show how it's supposed to be done. And go watch Eric Spoto do his own movement, and you'll see. And if you do it like a bodybuilder, which I'll show later, and not lock out and just pump them up, it would have to be light. that is the hardest thing on earth. Like, it's way harder than you would think. Well, tricep wise and chest wise and just breathing wise, because I'm not used to doing that many reps. Now we got the important stuff out of the way, my working sets. The 250 4x2. Man, I really feel it in my triceps. That little difference made a huge difference of going down about an inch. Some were ugly. I mean, I'm not the expert. I probably suck at them. But I learned to go inch to 2 inches above your chest, and I was going too high before. And that little difference makes a big difference. So this is for people who don't know anything about the Spoto Press, because I'm pretty new to it. I'm going to be 100% honest. This is with lightweight, 205, super light. So this is the way he originally would do it, according to Mark Bell and Eric Spoto. I know 205 is, is weak, but for my puny little bench, it's okay. That's pretty much how you would do it. One of those touched my chest for sure. That shows it's hard to do it fast and control it without touching your chest. So imagine slow with heavy weight. This isn't heavy, but it's fast. So it's like fast, explosive, non-lockout reps with moderate to lightweight. I say moderate weight, and heavy weight for me would be pause right before. And Eric Spoto says the same. But it's, like you can see, it was very ugly. It didn't look good at all. Like, I'm not the expert on this. And that just shows how hard it is, because that should look easy. Not going all the way down, not locking out. I did it the way he's originally done it. And don't take my word for it. Go watch Mark Bell and Eric Spoto. They have a few videos about it. They do it like pros. Mark Bell and Eric Spoto, man, they make it look easy. And they do it with 2 and 3 plates. It's unbelievable. I mean, Eric Spoto has benched 722. And that's a lot. I don't know how much he weighed, but he has benched that much. He might have even done more since then. That's hard. I'm just out of breath because it was a lot of reps. I don't even know how many. I didn't count. Probably like 6 or 7. So there's that way, and there's the other way. So to summarize everything up, in conclusion, I might do 2 sets more. I don't know. I love that movement. I feel like a bodybuilder, and Eric Spoto, I can never amount to him or Mark Bell. But it just feels cool because I've never done that. Ever. I've always locked out. So to not lock out and do Spoto Press, it's very different, especially with speed reps. So I'm gonna add that to my bench today. Because I mean, today all I'm doing is Spoto Press. I finished it already, and I just did inverted rows right now before this, because it takes forever to set up, taking all these weights off and all that. And I just have rear delts and side delts, and that's it. So I'm gonna add some speed work right now. Never done it. Kind of just doing it for the video. However many reps that was, I'm gonna do 2 more of that. So yeah, you can do the speed way, not lock out. Powerlifting way, hold and lock out. That's all there really is to it, but don't take my word for it. Go watch Eric Spoto and Mark Bell. And honestly, Eric Spoto is a really humble guy, but he's very stern with his ways. He knows what he's talking about, and he's very like, no, that's not how you do it. You do it this way. He's not gonna be a nice guy. He's not gonna beat around the bush. He has to be from New York. He has to be. Like, I'm pretty good with those accents. That sounds like a Coney Island accent all the way. So, he's different. Like, he's just a very humble, down-to-earth guy, but he's not a nice guy. He's not going to just let you do it, whatever, because you'll see when he's with Silent Mike and Mark Bell. And also, one thing I took away was learning how to do this the right way, because I never saw it from the experts, the ones who invented it. If you want to learn something, learn it from the ones who invented it, if there's a way, like if they're still alive or if there's video of it. Like, it's kind of hard to learn from like someone who's not alive anymore, like Joe Viter or something, because there's not too much footage of him, something like that. But Eric Spoto, there's videos of him doing it. If you want to do the West Side Barbell way, watch Louis Simmons, watch West Side Barbell Conjugate, whatever, or the way he learned. I think he learned from like Russian, some books of Russian style training. I'm not exactly sure what it was. But yeah, you learn from the experts. Don't take my word for it. It's pretty much what I said, but you're gonna get a more in-depth look You're gonna get a more in-depth look of it, of how it should be done, and hopefully it can help your arsenal for benching and all the variations of bench. So that's it for the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.